on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out of here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here in the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is Silver Live Free Sports Picks for the games beginning here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who'll be on the show with us here for tonight. All right, with us here will be Jovan Burts. Jovan's with us. Jay Briggs is en route. Got Brad Francis, Ron Zawacky, Brian Bitler, Ninos, and James Clark on the road, hoping to get that sound working. But we do have his pick, so hope we can get with James with us. All right, here's how they'll line up for this evening. Ninos, Briggs, Francis, Burts, Bitler, Clark, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, got baseball, the World Series back. We'll start with Game 1 tonight. 11-card NBA. We'll have 5 in prime time from NHL. So we do have one facing off right now between Anaheim and Vegas, and a couple from college football. So let's get the show started underway here. A nice busy sports night. Let's go ahead and welcome in Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Doing some really fine work right now. I'll bring Al in right now. Al, what's happening?
Going pretty good. How are you, Tony?
Doing great. All right, here we go. 7:40 Eastern Time. Wizards here to host the Pacers. Washington laying 5, total 229.
Yeah, we got the Wizards here. Well, not much to say about this. I just think they're the better team here. It opened up a little bigger number than this, and I didn't really love where the number opened, but came down a little bit, and I think -5 here. I got to lay it with the Wizards. I think, as I said, they're just a better team. Bradley Beal, Kuzma, Porzingis. I think it's going to be hard for the Pacers to keep up with those three, and then, well, they played pretty well as a team, too, so it's not just been these three guys. So, they're getting help as well, and said Pacers just looking a little bit lost now. Coming off two ugly losses, and I just don't think it gets much better for them tonight. Just don't think I'm getting enough points here to back the Pacers, so I'm laying up with the Wizards.
All right, Ninos, like the Wizard down to 5 from an opener here of 6 in this game, and we're starting to see, you're looking at this Pacer team, not a very good defensive team, get up 118 points per 100 possessions. A net rating here of -6, but it's even worse on the road for the Pacers when you look at their defensive efficiency on the road. Give up 124 points per 100 possessions in their 2 road games. -15 on the net rating here, so it just looks ugly here for this Pacers team. Where you look at a Washington team who's been shooting the ball well, 49%, holding teams to 41% from the field, and they're defending the 3-point line.
You know, it's funny, too, you mentioned the Pacers' defensive woes, but the Wizards, when you look at, especially the guys I mentioned, you think more offense, but they've been doing pretty well on the defensive end as well, and I think that definitely helps us cover this number tonight.
All right, Ninos here on the Wizards laying 5 against the Pacers. This one will have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern Time. All right, Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. So great results here. 784 units of profit the last 30 days, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. So if you go over to Pick Dogs and you check them out there, go down to Pick History, you can see all the plays that they are all documented. All right, Al, we got several games on the board from the NBA. 11-game card here from the NBA. We also have World Series action as well as college football, ice as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, quite a bit of action for me today. I really like this NBA card, and then I got a free pack in the NHL, and my best bet in baseball and college football as well. So I think it's a good time to grab a long-term pass for the weekend coming up. I already have a play loaded up for tomorrow, and a couple NFL plays loaded up as well already. So I'm going to jump on those now and get the best numbers, and grab that one. Those are the 2-for-1 capper specials.
That's right. Get up board here with Ninos over at Pick Dogs. When you see a number 784 units of profit over the last 30 days, that is all documented over at Pick Dogs. So if you go to Al's handicapper page, go down to Pick History, you can see every play there. It is fully documented. So get on board right now. With Al, he's got, he has a 3-pack as his featured pick for the package for tonight. NBA, MLB, NHL, Alphabet's his best bet from those 3 sports. One low price of $45. Credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That's credit guarantee as well. A lot of these plays are sold individually, but here we are on a Friday. It's a great time to get Al's 3-day all sports pass. Get all Al Ninos' premium plays here for 3 days. That would be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All his NBA, all his NHL, all his college football, all his NFL, and of course the World Series. That will cover the first 2 games of the World Series here for Friday as well as Saturday. If he has Monday's game in on Sunday, well, guess what? He'll also get that one too, as well as the Monday night game if he has that in there. So, guys, a good value right now with that 3-day all sports pass. Of course, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. And of course, the promo code 15 off at checkout will take 15% off that price right now. So a good time to get on board there with Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs. Get that 3-day all sports pass, your best value there. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you next week. But I know you also contribute here to the weekend shows.
Yeah, that's right. Check us out. No drive-through on the weekends, but some of us do show up bright and early, 10 a.m. Eastern with Mitch in the morning crew, so check that out on the weekends.
Yeah, check out in the mornings there. You'll see Ellen, a lot of the crew from the drive-through in the mornings here, 10 a.m. Eastern time with Mitch. All right, have good luck on the tables and on the sports, and we'll talk with you again Monday.
All right, have a good one, Tom.
You got El Ninos here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue our coverage here. Next week he's situated now is Jay Briggs. He's next up. Let me see if he is, I think we've got him situated. He is set up. Yep, he's set up in the studio now. So let's go ahead and bring in Jay Briggs. If I'm over at Pick Dogs Pim, check him out a lot over on this channel as well with his jam sessions in the NBA, doing great work in the NBA on video as well as over documented on the premium side. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony?
It's going great. All right, here we go tonight, 9 Eastern time. These Denver Nuggets will be home to the Jazz. This one's ticked up about a half point now. Denver's now up to 8.5-point favorite, total 231.
Yes, sir. It's an interesting matchup here tonight. We've seen this Utah Jazz team be, I would say, the most surprising team in the NBA thus far. I think a lot of people had this team pegged off as to be one of the worst teams in the NBA, and they've done nothing but come out here and hoop to begin their NBA season. 4-1, who's seen that coming? And they've already thrashed this Denver Nuggets team one time this season. I'm on the Jazz here tonight. I think they take care of this Nuggets team. The Utah Jazz, we seen them. They played the Nuggets one time already this season. They beat them straight up in the season opener, 123-102. The Jazz then proceeded to knock off the Minnesota Timberwolves, winning that game outright and beating a solid Pelicans team outright. They lost their next game to the Rockets. I just think that was more so of a bad spot. That was 3 games in 4 nights for this Jazz team. But then they avenged that Rockets loss and got down on them the 2 nights later in their last matchup. This Nuggets team hasn't been all that impressive to me this season. And I really just don't think laying 8 points with them is the right idea here. We did see them beat up on that Lakers team in their last one, but the Lakers arguably look like the worst team in basketball right now. They beat up on Portland. I know they lost to Portland. They got aired out by Portland. They took care of OKC, failed to cover. And the only game that they've looked good in my opinion, that matters is Golden State. But I think that was just a good spot. I'm taking the Jazz here plus the points. I think they can keep it close. I don't think the books have quite caught up with how good this Jazz team is quite yet. Louis Markkinen hooping. Jordan Clarkson hooping. Mike Conley still with that veteran leadership has his team playing well. I think they keep this one within the number tonight. I don't see this Nuggets team blowing them out. So give me the Jazz plus the points tonight.
All right, Jazz plus the points, plus the 8.5. Yeah, it's just a couple note here. Sexton is on the questionable list here for Utah. Kessler as well. Michael Porter now looks like probable. He was one of the question marks, but Caldwell Pope still questionable here for the Nuggets as well as Devin Reed. But Denver goes deep, and also Jamal Murray. It doesn't seem to be in the 100% basketball shape. He's missed a lot of basketball, and I think that does impact the speed of the Nuggets and maybe the flow of them until he gets. I think he needs at least 20 games under his belt to get back to that conditioning.
I 100% agree with you. Jamal Murray has missed what now? 2 seasons in a row or a season and a half?
Yeah.
He's missed a lot of basketball. So when we know, though, when he's healthy, he's a top 5 guard in this league, but he's just not healthy yet. And like you said, I think about 20 games in, we'll start to see the old Jamal Murray where we've become accustomed to.
Well, something we've seen the old of is the Denver defense, right? This is a team that has a lot of scoring, and sometimes they just live by the offense and they try to win by outscoring you. But when you look at the defensive numbers, Utah is a team that has really picked up the defensive rating this year, which is, again, something, they took away Gobert from the team. You lose Donovan Mitchell. But, again, the defense is holding up a bit here in Utah so far.
Yeah, man. Like I said, this Utah team has been, I would say, the most surprising team thus far this season. A lot of people had them pegged to be the worst team, and they just have done nothing but come out and hoop. And I like teams like this. Not a whole lot of expectations on their shoulders, so they're just going out there playing loose basketball. And early in the season, we see typically in the first half, not a lot of defensive intensity going on, a filling out process in the NBA, especially in the beginning of the season. They don't typically start playing that elite defense until late in the fourth, early in the fourth quarter. And this Jazz team, they got some bucket getters, so they will put up some points on you and hang around with you for most of the game. And like you said, they can tighten up their defense too in the end of the game, and that's why I think they've won a lot of their games and been in a lot of them as well.
Yeah, you look at the net rating here, Utah plus 5.6, the Nuggets minus 4.2 because they're 23rd in defensive efficiency. They had variances plus 9.8 in the favor of Utah, and they're getting the 9 points. So that's a huge swing there. Jazz, actually they're getting 8.5 now because the opener was 9. Jazz plus 8.5 here against the Nuggets. This one to have a start time here of 9 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's go over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. As we said, Jay doing great work here in the NBA. 755 units of profit over at Pick Dogs. That is all documented over the site. So if you visit Pick Dogs, go down to Pick History. You can see all of Jay's plays are fully documented. Also showing profit in the NHL. Good numbers here over the past 7 days. All right, Jay, a little bit of everything tonight. World Series, a big card in NBA. Some about 6 on the ice, 2 from college football. Heading into a big football weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. A lot of action tonight. I love these nights, man. All sports in action tonight. We got the World Series. We got NBA tonight. We got NHL. So we got it all except for football, NFL, but we got some college tonight. For me, tonight on Premium, I got my multi-sport 3-pack. It's my best play in the MLB in the World Series. I got my best play in the NBA tonight and my best play on the ice. And you can also get all 3 of those plays individually, as well as I have an NBA 3-pack up there tonight as well. So, and I have an NBA plus money dog. So I got 4 plays up there for y'all tonight in the NBA. I'm on the ice again tonight. I know I don't have a whole lot of plays throughout the season in the NHL, but I've had some in the last 2 days, and we cashed in the last 2 days in the NHL. So let's try to make it 3 days in a row on the ice. And World Series baseball tonight. I'm excited for this one. We've been on a layoff for about a week or so, but we got some baseball tonight. I'm excited to see that one. So tons of action from me at pickdogs.com. Check me out over there at the premium area. You see we're putting up good units. We just look to keep it going, man.
That's right, guys. Got more with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs. Our premium great results here in the NBA. 755 units of profit. All documented. You can verify that. Go over to Jay's handicapper page and check out the pick history. Last 7 days, 395 units of profit, showing profit as well in NHL. Featured there is the NBA Jam Session, is $15 premium play, 7-3 run right now. So get on board there. It's credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit, or the amount that you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That's credit guarantee there. Also, these plays sold individually up there on the site as well. And then, of course, Jay was talking about his NBA 3-pack is up there, his multi-sport 3-pack. You can, as well, but instead of buying all these plays individually, here we are on a Friday when the 3-day pass is really great value. Here, this time of the season when it's great value with all these sports overlapping. We've got, in this 3-pack, you'll get all of Jay's plays for college football, NFL, the first 2 games of the World Series. We've got NHL, we've got NBA. So all these sports overlapping here on this 3-day all sports pass. A fantastic value right now. Use the promo code 15 off at checkout and you'll save 15% off. You could also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jay, it's always great having your show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you next week. But I know you contribute a lot to the channel over on Pick Dogs. We got your NBA Jam Session every day with the full rundown of every NBA game on the board with picks, as well as the weekend shows as you sit in with Mitch on the halftime during the NFL.
Yes, sir. Long weekend. A lot of action this weekend. Check me out every day on the Pick Dogs channel as I run through the entire NBA slate in my jam session. We've been doing pretty well every night. I think every night thus far we've either broke even or been positive. We haven't had a negative day yet on the jam session, so check that out, man. I give out a lot of great info, and I give out my opinion on pretty much every game on the board. Catch me on the weekend show tomorrow as we go through college football, and Sunday as we go through NFL. So y'all see me a lot, and let's continue making money, man.
Continue making money with Jay Briggs. Check him out over at Pick Dogs. Get signed up to that 3-day pass. All right, Jay, keep up that great work, and we'll talk with you again next week.
See y'all on Monday.
You got
See you
it,
Monday,
Jay.
Tony.
See you Monday. Jay Briggs here on the drive through. Let's continue on, guys. Been a lot of people sign in right now. If you miss any picks, we will do a complete recap at the end of the show. So stay tuned for that right now. We do have plays coming up from a lot of NBA on tonight. We got college football and World Series. Next up, let's get that World Series pick in for you right now. We got Brad Francis delivering that. So let's check him out. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also, you'll check him out with the Mills on Saturdays mornings. Whenever there's a UFC card, so you'll be able to check him out in Mills with that UFC show, so make sure you guys tune into that. So let's bring in Brad right now. I think we're ready to roll here. I think Brad was going to give us also an update on that time for that show. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony? How are we doing today?
Doing great. All right, here we go. 8 Eastern time, game 1 of the World Series. We have the Astros here hosting the Phillies. Astros at -165, total of 6.5.
Yeah, I'm looking at the under 3.5 first 5 innings here. I tend to like to lean towards the unders in game ones in these types of series. You know, sometimes it takes the bat some time to get used to a new team in this type of atmosphere. And when it comes to the matchup, we got 2 solid pitchers on the mound. We have Verlander on the mound for the Astros, Nola on the mound for the Phillies. Both these guys coming in extremely rested. And when it comes to Verlander, man, he looked good in that start against the Yankees. He threw 5 innings, allowed 0 hits, 0 runs, 10 strikeouts. The under is also 5-1 in the Astros' last 6 games. So I love that there. And Nola, on the other hand, he's been solid as well all season. You know, he had a start against the Astros earlier this year where he gave up 0 runs in 6.2 innings. So, you know, he saw this team very well. And I'm confident into these guys, both these starters. You know, like I said, both of them come in rested. And I could see some runs being scored later in this game once the bullpens get activated and once the batters start, you know, getting in the flow of things. But I think this is a good play to just stick with the first 5. Take the under 3.5. Yeah, that's my favorite play for the MLB game tonight.
All right, we got Brad Francis here coming in on record here. He likes this one to go under the total of 3.5 the first 5 innings. Yeah, it's hard to argue that one because again, these teams have had the long layoff, so you got to wonder how the bats are going to perform in this situation. Of course, we've seen Houston's been an under team for much of the season as well.
Yeah, exactly, and when in Houston, I'm very confident Houston. The only person that does worry me a little is Nola. You know, Verlander, he's pitched in these spots throughout his whole career. Where Nola, I feel like this is, you know, somewhat new to him, but still confident in both these guys to start the game off hot. And I think we see a low scoring game for at least the first half.
All right, we got Brad here on the Phillies. Astros under 3.5 runs first 5 innings. This one to have a start time here of 8 p.m. each time over on Fox. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium. We're showing great results here in the NFL, as well as the past 7 days overall, coming off a big day yesterday. All right, here we go with a couple from college football. 11-game card from the NBA, 5 remaining here on the NHL. The World Series game as well from college football. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, man, I'm 6-0 the last 2 days, coming off 2 sweeps, so I'm feeling a heater coming. But today, I'm keeping it with 3 picks again, my 2 favorite NBA picks, and then I also have my favorite college football pick. I have my best NBA pick up there for $15, so if you're just looking for one solid play, that's a great option there. But if you're looking for all 3 of my picks, I have a package for that. Of course, 3 days, 7-day, 30-day, not a bad option. Team me up with one of these great handicappers. Can't go wrong with that either.
That's right, guys. Get over with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the results here in the NFL. 315 units of profit. Also, overall, 320 units of profit. 6-0 last 6 releases over at Pick Dogs Premium. So get on board. Brad's featured play is his $15 5-star NBA Premium pick. $15. Of course, it must win, or the amount you purchase is credited back into your account for side credits. That's credit guarantee. Also, fired up 3-pack here from Brad. 2 NBA and 1 college football here in that 3-pack, so get on board there. But again, as we mentioned, here we are on a Friday. That 3-day pass is very, very valuable right now. Get all of Jay's premium plays for 3 days, all his NBA, all of Brad's NBA, all of his NFL, his college football, World Series. You get game 1 and 2 in that 3-day all sports pass from Brad. Also, if he's in action with the UFC card that's coming up here for Saturday, that's also part of it with that 3-day pass. So good time to get on board with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs Premium. You could add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. Also, you use that promo code 15 off at checkout and you'll save 15% off. Right, Brad, as always, great having your show. Keep up that great work. We'll talk with you next week. But again, we will find out here about that UFC show with you and Mills for this week.
Yeah, we got a solid little card tomorrow. So plan is still after the morning show. Me and Mills will get together to find the exact time, but just plan, soon after the morning show, we'll hop on live.
All right, guys, they'll hop on live right after the morning show. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, set notifications. So when Mills and Brett are live on Saturday afternoon, you're live with them because the morning show starts at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And as soon as they're done, then it looks like we'll have Mills and Brad with their UFC show with a lot of picks. All right, Brad, have a great weekend. We'll talk next week.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Have a good weekend.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive through. All right, guys, let's continue on here. If you miss any picks, remember, we'll do a recap here at the end of the show. So stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive to. Let's go to welcome in the red hot Jovan Burts. If I'm over at Pick Dog Spring, where he's been on absolute fire over on the leaderboards. Hope you guys have been paying attention to Jovan. He's been doing great work there. Bring him in right now. Jovan, what's happening? Oh, we don't got you on mute.
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight, 7 Eastern time. This has been one of the line movers of the night. Magic here to host the Hornets. Hornets now down to -2, total 221.
Yeah, and I'm on the Magic, so I had them at +3, but I doubled up on this one personally. I sprinkled some on the money line also, so take that for what it's worth. Now we have an over 5 team with the Magic, 1-4 officially on their ATS record. But if you peel it back and look at their games that they played, they've been competitive, for the most part. Look at their first game of the season, they only lost by 4 points on the 3.5-point spread to Detroit. I was on Detroit that night. That was opening night, and they played Atlanta tough. Gave up the spread, gave up the cover. Late in that game. Actually, it was either a loss or a push, I believe. I think that was a scenario in that one. Then they played the Celtics at home. Only lost by 6. They covered that one, and then the last 2 games, they got bounced around pretty good. But those are both on the road. Now they're back at home, desperate, looking for a win. And I think they get it against this Charlotte team who, let's face it, they're not really looking for these guys. They're looking for tomorrow night when they play the Warriors at home. You know what I mean? So I believe this is a look ahead spot. In the NBA, man, you really have to dissect things like that. In this way, you can't just say, "Oh, this team's better than that team, so let's take this team." You know what I'm saying? It's you gotta play these look ahead spots, these flat spots, these revenge spots, and so on and so forth. So that's basically what I'm doing in this one. I think the Magic get their first win at home tonight.
All right, we got.
But I'm taking on the spread, of course.
Yeah, on the money line, right? You've got them at the +105 here against the Hornets with the Magic. Yeah, Magic, a team that's kind of been hit hard with injuries, and it's kind of the same names that we've seen since last year. It's Anthony out, Fultz out, Harris out, Isaac out, Suggs out, Wagner out. And but again, they do have Banchero in the lineup, Carter in the lineup, Ross in the lineup. So there's your scorers there.
Hey, listen, and the fact of the matter is they have no point guards, right? But they're big as hell. They're a lot taller than the Hornets, and guys like Banchero, they know how to distribute the ball, handle the ball, so they won't have any problems in that one. And I think that might be a better scenario than having some of the guys that they got as point guards in the first place. If you ask me, having the ball in Banchero's hands, in and of itself, I think is a positive thing.
All right, there you go. Jovan here on the Magic money line +105 against the Hornets. This one will start here at top of the hour. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spring, where you've been on absolute fire here. 1,503 units of profit for 2022. That is all documented over at Pick Dog Spring. Showing profit here in college football, showing profit in the NFL. All leagues here, when you combine the numbers here, NFL, college football, it amounts to about 2,800 units of profit here, combined NFL and college football. So Jovan's been on fire here. Big NBA board, 11 games. We also have the World Series starting, a couple from college football, heading into the football weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's Friday, so you know what that means. Time to take flight on these books with my Take Flight Friday NBA 3-pack, 3 particular NBA games that I particularly like, and I believe it's going to cash. Once it cash, I'm going to love it. So check those out. Or, you can check out one of my longer-term packages, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly. Check those out. You've been checking those out. You've been winning hand over fist, But, also match one of the handicaps for the 2-for-1 capital emotional. Can't really go wrong at Sports Chat Plays and Pick Dogs. There's a lot of us that's hot. Me myself, I had a couple off days, but hey, listen, it's Saturday. Saturday's tomorrow, and you already know how I get down. So I'm gonna run it up on the books. Then Sunday, for NFL, I'm gonna run it up again. So it is what it is. It's gonna be another big weekend on this side. So check me out.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. Been great results here for 2022. 1,503 units of profit. Combined NFL and college football, 2,800 units of profit. Take Flight Friday tonight from the NBA. A 3-pack from Jovan. Get on board with that. Credit guarantee must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back into your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Also, a lot of these plays sold individually, but again, as we talked throughout the day here, the 3-day pass is a great value when you pick up all of that pass from Jovan. But again, the way Jovan's running, you may consider the 1-month all sports pass. Get all of Jovan's premium plays here for 30 days, all his NFL, all his college football, as well as the entire World Series in action, as well as in college basketball, which begins a week from Monday. We're about we're about 9 days away here from that monster card. So a lot of action coming up here. So get on board with Jovan here. He's been doing great work in both NFL, college football, combined NBA. Of course, it will be part of that. So that 1-month pass will serve you well. Use the promo code 15 off at checkout. You'll save 15% off, as well as you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jovan, it's always great having you on the show. Well, have yourself a great evening and weekend. We'll talk again on Monday, but we'll talk to you a little later here on the weekend. Contributed a lot to the YouTube channel here on Pick Dogs. We've got your parlay video of the day, as well as your contributions on the weekend shows.
Yeah, absolutely. And as soon as I'm done with the drive-through, I'm gonna put together a couple different parlays: NFL, college football. So it's all here. Sports Chat Plays and Pick Dogs. Give up free picks on the weekend show, Saturday and Sunday. Then of course on the drive-through Monday and on Friday.
That's right, guys. Check him out here over on Pick Dogs. When he drops his videos, guys, make sure you subscribe, set notifications, or when he's live on the shows during the weekend. And what Jovan is, you'll get notifications and check in. All right, Jovan, sit tight. We'll talk to you a little bit later on the recap.
Absolutely. I'll be here.
You got it, Jovan Burts here on the drive. So let's continue on. Speaking of recap, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. We have a World Series pick for you with a lot of NBA as well coming in later on the show. More NBA for you, and hockey in there as well. And we got a college football. So we got lots to cover here as we go into the back half of the show. And right now, starting off in the second half of the show with Brian Bitler. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs, our premium. He does fantastic work here. You see him at top of the leaderboards as well. Let's bring Brian in right now. I think we're ready to roll. From out in Philadelphia, where they're getting all excited here about the World Series, starting here in just about an hour and a half. Bringing Brian right now. Brian, what's happening?
I'll tell you what, always exciting when we're going into the weekend with lots of college football action headed. It's Steak Friday, Rod's favorite day of the week, and hopefully I can get back on a winning track. Swept Tuesday, swept Wednesday, but yesterday 2-3, so hopefully it is a big day as far as sports betting goes.
Yeah, it's making a big day into a big weekend and with Brian. All right, here we go tonight, late night, 10 Eastern time. Trailblazers here to host the Rockets. The Trailblazers laying 4, total 223.
Yeah, I think for me here, I'm going to be back in the Houston Rockets tonight, plus the points. The Portland Trailblazers came back to earth on Wednesday, getting blown out by the Miami Heat. And I think this line is very enticing for the public guy on the outside looking in. A 4-1 team, hardly laying any points against a 1-4 ball club. But there really isn't much talent differential between these two teams. I think the loss of Damian Lillard to a calf injury is a big deflating loss here for Portland. Blazers have not done well on the bounce-back spot off a double-digit home loss, 1-6 ATS last 7 games, following a double-digit home loss. Meanwhile, the Rockets have covered 6 of the last 7 road games. But take the Houston Rockets here, hold my nose, and take the points.
All right, he's going to hold his nose and take the points here with the Houston Rockets here. Oop, let's get back to the screen here. And the Houston Rockets in this one here at plus the 4. Yeah, Lillard's going to be an injury as well. Peyton's some depth they're going to be missing too as well in this spot. Remember, this is a team that lost some players over the year as well. And looking at this Rockets team, they moved out Christian Wood. They've had their struggles, no doubt about that. But they come off a loss to Utah. Kevin Porter, someone who looks like he may see action tonight, as there was been some updates here to the injury reports. Let's take a look here as we were looking at it earlier. Porter looks like is going to play now. And Lillard is joined by Payton now on the injured list. So a couple of them. There you go. Payton, a little bit of bench depth they're going to be missing as well for Portland.
Yeah, I could definitely, with the amount of points we're getting here, I could definitely see it coming down to who has the ball last. And, in the NBA, even if you're down 5 and you got the ball, a lot of times that backdoor cover's left open for you. Last night with the Brooklyn Nets game, I was hoping that it didn't go to overtime. I was hoping for a late bucket there. But the Nets went to overtime and got their butts kicked. And, the NBA, those points mean a big deal for sure.
Yeah, we saw that loss to the Heat. The Trailblazers shot the ball poorly from 3, and as well, Damian leaving that game. And, of course, they ended up giving up 51% shooting to a Heat team that was struggling. Rockets +4 against the Trailblazers. This one to start here at 10 Eastern time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium here for tonight's action, showing great results over the last 30 days. 1,207 units of profit, also showing good profit the last 7 days. 11-game card here from the NBA. We have 5 remaining here on the ice as well. College football, the World Series. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, for my $15 titanium best bet today that you can get at Pick Dogs, I got it in Major League Baseball. My titanium played 49-27, 64%. That's through the last 76 plays, I believe. Major League Baseball, I'm on an 8-2 run last 10, 16-6 run over the last 24. That's 75%. So make sure you guys head on over, get that Major League Baseball titanium play, or my NHL Holy Roller. That might be my favorite play on the card. And I also have a play in the NBA tonight.
That's right, guys. Got over with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dodge. Great results here over the last 30 days. 1,207 units of profit. Also showing good profit over the last 7 days. Up there right now for Brian, a MLB Friday titanium wager. $15 premium pick here from MLB on a nice 8-2 run there. Credit guarantee, meaning must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account. That is credit guarantee. Also, as Brian was mentioning, individual plays here from the NBA, as well as a 3-pack here up there right now from Brian. Also, I'll remember these individual plays and these one-day passes are credit guarantee. They must turn that profit or the amount is credit back into your account. But Brian here with an Ultimate Revenge 3-pack right now up on the board. Again, here we are on a Friday. You may consider that 3-day all sports pass from Brian. Get all of Brian's premium plays here for 3 days in action with the NFL, college football, the World Series, as well as NHL, NBA. So a great time to get that 3-day all sports pass. With all these sports overlap, and that is a very valuable pass right now. Use the promo code 15 off at checkout and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a set capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. Brian, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up that great work, and we'll talk with you again on Monday.
I'll catch you on Monday, Tony. You have a very successful weekend. Hopefully we are all sweeping the books, and I'll catch you on Monday. You have a good one.
Have a good one. Hopefully sweeping the board here. Brian Bitler here on the drive through. Remember, guys, if you missed any of our picks, we will do a recap here at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's hope we get some sound from him now. It's James Clark. If I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he's put up some fantastic work. Great baseball season. The year numbers have been outstanding. So let's see if we can get James Clark here on the show. We were having some sound issues earlier. Let's see how it's going now. James, what's happening?
Not much. Tony, how are you doing?
You're doing great. We got your sound loud and clear. All right, here we go tonight, 8 Eastern time. We have the Bucks here, the host, the Knicks. The Bucks are down now to a 6-point favorite, total 223.
Guys, you look at these two teams, and you look at the Bucks starting lineup, and you wouldn't think, they'd be playing as good as they have been with the starting lineup that they got going on. With Carter, from West Virginia, just their starting lineup ain't the original starting lineup. With a few injuries that they have going on. But, this Bucks team is played pretty good. But you look at this Knicks team, with the adding of Jalen Brunson to the Knicks team. Knicks was already a feisty team, a hard-nosed team that get at you, play defense, try to stop you, score. And I think they're even going to get better as the season goes on, guys. To gel together, play together. I like the Knicks plus the 6 here. I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Bucks. They up and down for games. I know they've been playing real tough, but like I said, I really like the Knicks to come out here, maybe have an early lead. The Bucks fight it back, but I look for us to be a 2 or 3 point game.
All right, we got that James Clark here on record here with the Knicks here, getting the 6 here against the Bucks. Can't argue that one. We'll note that Grimes out for the Knicks. Connaughton, Ingles, and Middleton out for Milwaukee. So there is some bench depth there that is missing from this Milwaukee team. Although they had, we're kind of looking here at the Knicks. One thing with the Knicks here, they have been defending the three-point line this season, holding teams at 30% from beyond the arc, and actually was able to win games at home by margin. And before, that's something we hadn't seen before with the Knicks. They used to be one of those grinded-out teams, even against the bad teams. If they win, it was maybe a little run late, but they've been able to take care of business at home. But now they're on the road in this spot.
Yeah, like I said, with the addition of Jalen Brunson, it's helped this Knicks team out a lot. They've already had pretty good talent. Adding him as a scorer, a good point guard, gets a point guard, gets you assists and rebounds. It's helped this Knicks team out, and he's also a good defender. I mean, they add another defender to their list here. So, I really like this Knicks team, especially going on late in the season. I think they Bucks team down.
All right, we got James here on the Knicks here, plus the 6 here. And, of course, the Knicks are 5th in offensive efficiency, getting good scoring, 116 points per 100 possessions, a net rating of plus 8.5. Great start for the season here for the Knicks. And James on the Knicks, plus 6 against the Bucks. This one will have a start time here of 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Pin for nice action. 1,404 units of profit for 2022. Top unit producer in baseball as well. A lot of action tonight. We've got 11 on the board here from the NBA. We also have a couple from college football. We do have the World Series beginning as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Guys, I got a couple 3-packs going on. I got three of my best plays in the NBA. Also got a 3-pack, got 2 of my best plays, and game 1 of the World Series. I also got a couple. I got 10 star NBA plays that I really love out there. I got game 1 of the World Series out there. Starting off to the NFL season and the college season. I was real hot going into it. Man, I hit a hole right in the front of it. I'm starting to dig myself back out of it the last few days. The NBA starters. I'm 9-2. My last 11 plays in the NBA. I went 5-0 last night, swept the board. Like I said, I dug myself in the hole in the NFL and college, but I'm digging myself back out of it. I went back to even money in football. Did the same thing in the NBA the first couple of days. Went in the hole, and now I'm digging myself right back out of it. Getting ready to hit that hot streak, guys. So, jump on the 3-pack tonight after we go 3-0. Upgrade 3-7 or 30 days. But like I say, guys, every time I'm on the show, we got the best cappers in the world, and we do by far. So team me up with these in, and we'll put some money in your pockets, bro.
That's right, guys. Get up over James Clark over at Pick Dog. From your see numbers here, 1,404 units of profit here for 2022. Great baseball season as well. Tonight on the board, a couple of 3-packs. This featured 3-pack up there is NBA 3-pack Money Stack winners. Get on board with it. It's 3 best NBA plays here. Of course, it's sold at credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That's credit guarantee. Also, another 3-pack up there from James here in the NBA. But again, here we are on a Friday. The great value right now is that 3-day All Sports Pass. You'll get all of James's premium plays here for 3 days. They would be in action here in the NBA as well as NFL and college football and the World Series with that 7-day All Sports Pass. So get on board right now with James Clark over at Pick Dog Premium. Use the promo code 15 off at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, James, as always, that great having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again soon.
All right, Tony. Appreciate you having me on the show. Sorry about the sound, man. I don't know what I've done, but I got it fixed now. But see you next time when I get a chance. Let's cash some tickets tonight, and good luck to everybody.
Cash some tickets. Good luck to you as well. James Clark here on the drive-thru. Let's continue, guys. If you missed any picks, we'll have a recap waiting for you. And so stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next, Rod Zawacky. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Rod's been good to us here on the show. Also catch him every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, that morning show with Mitch and with Chris Ruffalo. And, of course, he's also part of the Puck Dog, so you get those hockey videos every day with Chris and Rod Zawacky on that video series over at Pick Dogs. We got ready to go with Rod. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. They got us last time out, but hey, we'll bounce back and get another winner here.
Let's do so. All right, here we go tonight, 7 Eastern time. Blue Jackets here hosting the Bruins here. Bruins favored on the road, -145, total 6.5.
Yeah, Bruins are favored on the road because they are the better team. That's why they're favored on the road. Bruins are they got a nice streak going on, 12 straight when they are the favorite in these games. And you look, who's getting the starting goal for the Bruins tonight? Well, it'll be Linus Ullmark will get the start. He's 5-0 on the season with a nice 2.0 goals against average and a .936 save percentage. He's unbeaten and perfect. They saved him for the spot here. You look, Bruins are on the back-to-back. But you look, Bruins are also on a third game in 4 night situation here where they are 11-5 in a third game in 4 night situation. Merzlikins going to get the starting goal for the Blue Jackets, and he's been off to a rough start, 2-2 on the year with over 4 goals against average and an .863 save percentage. Yuck. Brad Marchand, guys, returned for the Bruins last night. Came in, looked really good, didn't even look like he missed the beat. But they're going to rest him here for this one tonight. Don't want to rush him too back, and you don't want to get him re-injured. So they're going to have him sit, we'll rest out. But we've seen what the Bruins have done even without him. 6-1 in the year without him. Playing lights out. You look 8-2 the last 10 meetings versus these Blue Jackets. And I think even on special teams, the Bruins blow the Columbus Blue Jackets out of the water on special teams. You look at the Blue Jackets, 0 for 20 to start the season on a power play. They have no power play goals to start the season. Columbus 2-9, their last 11 versus teams with winning records. This Columbus team is not looking good. Boston 40-12, their last 52 versus teams with losing records. Back-to-back or no back-to-back. Linus Ullmark stands on his head, and Boston gets another win, and their streak continues. Take the Boston Bruins in this one.
Boston Bruins in this one, says Rod Zawacky. There's a Columbus team that lost to Arizona 6-3. How does that happen?
Right? How does that happen? When your defense is giving up over 4 goals a game. That's how this happens. You're almost dead last in the NHL with giving up 4 goals a game. And like I said, power play of 0-20. No power play goals, not even one. Not even a sniff.
7-1 here, the Bruins. And of course, it was the coach. This is a team that went through a coaching change out because we're seeing the coaching from last year over in Vegas.
Yep, huge. He's huge. He's come in and made this Bruins team better, and this Boston's bought right into his system. And watch out when they get all their guys back fully healthy. When you got Krejci, who's out for this one as well, when he's fully back going. Marchand's fully back going. McAvoy on D when he's fully back. He's scary with this Boston team. Go watch out for them in the East this year.
Yeah, it looks an impressive start for the Bruins. -145 here against the Blue Jackets. This one to have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's go over at Pick Dodge Pin for tonight's action. NHL, look at this, 950 units of profit for 2022-23. It's been on absolute fire, Rod Zawacky, in the NHL on the ice. So, Rod, tonight we got one game started on these awkward times here, 6 Eastern time. It was a game out west in Vegas starts at that time. I don't know why, but they did. But anyway, we've got 5 games remaining on the ice, 11 from the NBA. We have the World Series and some college football. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Hey, going over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. I love tonight's card. I've got my $15 bookie buster going, and that is in the MLB. You want Game 1 of the World Series winner. Been hot in the playoffs. 3-0 the last 3 MLB plays. Jump aboard that. Get it over Pick Dogs Premium at $15. Or I've got my NHL hat trick, as you can see, on fire in the NHL to start the season. Grab my hat trick. You'll get all 3 plays that I love in the NHL tonight. Or I've got my NBA bird cage going, where I've got 3 plays in tonight's NBA action that I absolutely love. 7 plays in total. Your best bet is to grab a 3-day pass, and you'll get all 7 of those plays, as well as all 9 plays that I've already put in for college football tomorrow. I've got a 5-pack early. I've got a 3-pack in the night games. I've got 4 NHL plays I'm going to put in for tomorrow. So loaded weekend of action. Your best bet is to grab a 3-day pass and don't miss out on any of that action. It's been hot. We've been hot the last week, the last month. The last 90 days, we've been rolling along, keeping above, making money. Jump aboard. Let's make some money. Also, don't forget that 2-for-1 capper deal. Pair me up with any one of our other award-winning hot handicappers, and you get 2 heads are always better than 1. Use that promo code 15 off, and you get 15% off all your purchases over at Big Times Premium. Jump aboard, let's make some money. Time of year to make some money for Christmas.
Make some money for Christmas. Get on board here with Ron Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Premium. 950 units of profit in the NHL. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can verify those numbers by going to Rod's handicapper page and checking them out. They're also showing great profit. Rod Zawacky over the last 30 days, past 7 days, he's got his Bookie Buster in as his featured package, $15 credit guarantee. So get on board there with that. Again, credit guarantee plays, these individual plays must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back into your account. That is credit guarantee. Also on the 3-packs tonight on an NHL hot hat trick. So get on board there. NBA Birdcage, another 3-pack for you. A lot of college football already. An all-day Super Saturday 5-pack from Rod. Stellar Saturday night play as well with the 3-pack. So Rod's really getting loaded here for the college football card here for Saturday. Probably your best value right now is here we are on our Friday is get that 3-day all sports pass. Get all of Rod Zawacky's premium plays for 3 days, including in that 3-day pass would be all his college football, all his NFL, as well as all his NBA as well in that three-day all sports pass. Of course, the World Series, you got Game 1 and Game 2. Of course, Rod usually gets the Monday action in early, so you would likely get the Monday Night Football game in there, as well as Game 3 of the World Series, because they have the off day on Sunday. They play on Monday, so you get that action in there as well. So that 3-day money shot pass, fantastic value right now. Use the promo code 15 off at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. But again, that 3-day pass, a fantastic value right now. Of course, on Monday, you can reassess everything and extend it even longer. You can go to a 1-month pass and get a lot more plays there from Rod. But get that 3-day pass tonight and get that weekend action, and then take those winnings and upgrade on Monday. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Of course, we'll keep up that great work. We'll talk next week, but I know you contribute a lot over at Pick Dogs, that Puck Dogs show with you and Chris with the hockey, and of course the weekend show as you're on every day on the mornings.
Yeah, definitely tune in. Check out the hockey videos. We got those going. We even got the Puck Dogs parlay going. Like and subscribe, find those videos, and check them out. Always good content over there. Also, definitely tune into the morning show on Saturday. We got a loaded house. We usually got at least 9 cappers going on the Saturday college football show. Always giving out free winners for all you people who are tuning in. So we appreciate everybody. Smash that thumbs up. Costs you nothing. Helps us out a ton. We appreciate everybody. Thanks for having me, Tony. Good luck to you on the weekend. Good luck to everybody with all your bets. And we'll see you all tomorrow morning for the college football show.
See you tomorrow morning. Rod Zawacky here on the Drive Thru. Tune in 10 a.m. Eastern time and check out those videos from Rod. So you guys want to make your like, subscribe, set notifications. So when Rod and Chris drop those hockey videos, you're there to get them, because Rod's been on fire in the NHL. Rod Zawacky here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue on here on the show, guys. If you miss any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. So stay tuned for that. A lot of recaps here tonight. We've got the World Series pick. We got a lot of NBA for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. Now it is time for my pick. So let's get my play up there right now. We're going over to college football. And we've got FIU taking on Louisiana Tech. So I may say this is high-risk maneuvering, but we're going to get through it here. We're going to go ahead and take we're going to take the FIU team here and get the 6 points at home here against the Louisiana Tech team. And one of the issues here with Louisiana Tech has been the quarterback position. Their starter is injured, and their backup went in last week and was lost for the season. So they've gotten some hurt. We could see the third string come in tonight here for Louisiana Tech here in this road game. And if this is a Louisiana Tech team that's 2-5, had a heartbreak loss, 42-41 to Rice, and when you look at the Bulldogs last week defensively, giving up nearly 6 yards a carry, and the Rice Owls were able to move the football. And of course, Parker McNeil is that game time decision, had the injury. The backup got hurt for the season, so we're looking at the backup Downing, and the Downing was his backup that came in and got hurt. Now we're looking at Landry Liddy, a freshman who really didn't do much. 3 of 6 for 38 yards, and then of course FIU coming off that win at Charlotte. A pretty good offensive performance there. And Gunnar Holmberg is expected to play after missing all but one game this year. Holmberg is a Duke transfer who completed 67% of his passes, 7 touchdowns, 9 picks, 7.3 yards per attempt. And if you look here at Louisiana Tech's defense over the past 3 games, they've been terrible. They're giving up 534 yards, 7.3 yards per rush attempt. FIU gets their quarterback back, and we look at Louisiana Tech, who could be utilizing a third-string freshman at quarterback and a defense that's been atrocious. We will go ahead and take them, the FIU, here at +6 here against Louisiana Tech. And this one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Room. I have a 3-pack up there, a 3-pack right now from the NBA, so get on board with that. Also, my $15 premium pick is also part of my 3-pack, so don't buy them both, buy one or the other. If you're looking for my $15 premium pick, you can get it on a bundle there with my 3-pack, or if you're just looking for the $15 premium pick, you can buy it standalone over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also part of the 2-point cap promotion, so you can match me up with the other cappers. If you like me and Rod, you can match you up with Jay, with Brad Francis, El Ninos. We also have Jovan Burts, Brian Bitler, James Clark. Our 2-point cap promotion is our best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here on the show. It is now time to recap the plays. Jovan will help us out with that. We got to start here with El Ninos. Like the Wizards laying 5 against the Pacers. Jay was on the Jazz +8.5 against the Nuggets. Brad Francis, Phillies, Astros under 3.5 runs first 5 innings. Jovan is on Magic money line +105 against the Hornets. Brian was on the Rockets +4 against the Trailblazers. James is on the Knicks +6 against the Bucks. Rod Zawacky Bruins -145 against the Blue Jackets. I'll be on FIU +6 against Louisiana Tech. All right, we'll ask Jovan, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
FIU. That was almost a premium play. I just didn't want too much exposure tonight, so I held back on a couple plays that I particularly like, but that was one of them.
All right, on the FIU there, +6 against Louisiana Tech. And the one I like the most here, I'll go with Jay's play here on the Jazz +8.5. Don't like the Nuggets' defensive form right now, and they're just trying to win by scoring. And Jamal Murray just doesn't seem to be game. He needs more games under him to get that conditioning and get back into game shape. Just doesn't seem to be there yet. He's missed a lot of time, a season and a half or so. So that's how I'll look. That'll do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again on Monday, live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again, bringing all the cappers in from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place to deliver picks for you Mondays on Monday's show with that action as well. And of course, don't forget to get started on the weekends here at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Rod, you got Chris, and then a lot of the drive-through cappers join them, like Jovan. You'll see Jovan on that show on the weekends, as well as Big Al, Little Al. A lot of the cappers will join them. Mills will be there as well. So tune in, and Big Al McMorty. Tune in to the weekend shows, 10 a.m. each time. Remember all the video series. We got Jovan's Parlay of the Day video. We got the Puck Dogs with Chris and Rod with the videos from the NHL. We've got Romanelli's rundown. We've got Jay's jam session here with this NBA. So a lot's going on. Of course, don't forget the UFC show, immediately following the morning show on Saturday with Brad and Mills. So guys, tune into that. Lots happening. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, set notifications, so when we drop videos, you're there with us to get the picks and to get the best numbers with those picks. So make sure you subscribe and ring the bell. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru. Let's bring in our crew tonight. We're going to go ahead and wave goodbye, guys. You guys have a great evening and great weekend. We'll talk with you again here